this game. The Arizona Cardinals, 5-0. Now, we on Sunday did our power rankings of teams. I am willing to put my foot down, lay it all on the table, and say that, yeah, I think the Cardinals are a borderline top 5 team, but I don't have them as one of the top 4. And I don't think that's a sin. Being undefeated does not mean that you are the best team in the NFL, a la the Pittsburgh Steelers of last year, right? Yours truly was just absolutely drugged up and down the field by people on Twitter for how could you not respect the 10-0 Steelers? Well, you saw why. Now, the Cardinals are not the Steelers. Let me be very clear. But I still am of the opinion that it takes Kyler Murray being an absolute superhero for them to be really good. And that is not the case with some of these other teams. The Browns, I think, are in an interesting position because they're on the flip side, where it's like Baker is never a superhero, but somehow their team continues to play really well because Stefanski is a great coach. They have great players on defense. Myles Garrett is superhuman. So this is a really interesting matchup. And I will just add, before I get your take on it, that Kyler was rotating his shoulder a little bit at the end of the Niners game. They beat a terrible Trey Lance-led team by only 7. They probably shouldn't have covered that spread.
They probably should have lost outright. The Niners missed fourth down after fourth down after fourth down.
It was a disaster. They also had a goal line play that they didn't quite get there. We have Arizona, as I kind of predicted, as the 5th ranked team in our power rankings.
Yeah, I think it's fair.
And I think it's fair. I think it's great. That's, by the way, way better than we thought they would be. And the Cleveland Browns are 3. So
what was the reason we liked Niners last week? Was their run game.
Hmm.
The run game for the Cleveland Browns is the most robust run game in the entire league, right? And Arizona is going to give up plays because their linebackers are young. Their defensive line is great. Like J.J. Watt's playing great so far.
Mm-hmm.
So is Chandler Jones. Chandler Jones is banged up a little bit, missing some practice. COVID-19 list. You have Murray with the shoulder. Max Williams, who's been a great tight end for them, tore his ACL last week. He's out. DeAndre Hopkins has an illness.
Let's be real. The only injury on the Cardinals that you look at is Kyler Murray with the shoulder. If Kyler Murray's shoulder, and it's his throwing shoulder, is not great, then I will take the Browns.
And I think Murray is better than Mayfield, but
by a mile.
But can I offer a little bit of possibility for regression? So Murray and Mayfield basically have the same passer rating when clean. They basically have the same turnover-worthy play rate. Murray has 3 percentage points higher big-time throw, and Murray, when under pressure, has a 110 rating. Mayfield has a 36 rating. To me, we know that turnover-worthy plays are more stable than big-time throws. We know that passer rating when under pressure is less stable than when clean. If you see some statistical regression with Murray, that's probably going to go in towards the mean, which is down. Yeah. If you see some statistical regression with Mayfield's already been hurt, right? And right. At anything, he's probably going to get better. I think you might. I don't think these quarterbacks are equal, but I think that they will become more equal than what we've seen over time. And as such, I think Cleveland is the right side here.
Okay.
I also think this game plays to the under. And at 49.5, you saw what happened in the game.
Got a little wind.
You saw what happened in the game the other day. You and I were cackling because we liked over in that game, and one of the teams reached the total.
Right.
And we were joking the whole time watching the game together. I like under 46 or whatever the hell it was. I think this market number overreacts a little bit.
Let me take a look here on a new app prototype that I'm checking out here.
Ooh.
You know what the winds are going to be on Sunday?
23 miles an hour. Precipitation, 48%.
60 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
You know where Arizona plays football?
Yeah.
In the great state of Arizona, in the desert.
Yeah. And do you know what Kyler Murray has? Small hands.
Small hands.
Small hands.
Kyler Murray has been the highest graded quarterback under pressure. He has been amazing. Last year, when he got injured, we saw those edge cases where he was great, where he was always sensational, really fall off a cliff. Cliff, pun intended. I expected you to get that one, okay?
I like it.
And so in this situation, I am with you. Myles Garrett, by the way, is a freak of nature. He's got a 90 PFF grade. and he is facing potentially the great Kelvin Beachum, who I think has been decent in pass protection.
I think,
and DJ Humphries has been fine too. But anytime Myles Garrett lines up across from another tackle, he has an advantage. Yeah. So that's one that I'd like to press.
One of the most impressive things about the Cliff Kingsbury era in Arizona is how bad their offensive line personnel has been and how much we don't talk about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, they get away with it because Kyler Murray is so damn good.
Yep.